Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking at Pam's Place. I'm Chef Pam and we're getting ready to make some crispy, juicy, but lightly battered pork chops, fried to perfection. Oh my goodness. We are putting a batter on them, but it's going to be so light and crispy and amazingly delicious. And if you want to learn how to make all kind of homemade food and dishes, easy, simple, made from scratch, take a second and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss anything. And then just keep hanging around because I have a whole channel full of recipes that'll get you there. Let's get busy. We are back and let's go over our ingredients, which will be in the description so you can make this too. First off, we have the star of our dish. Now these aren't super thick pork chops, but they are nice and meaty, and that's what I like to have. Now I mentioned we're going to have a batter on them. As you see, I have 2 bowls of flour here. One we're going to turn into a batter, the other we're going to use as just regular flour. You're going to need some seltzer water. Why? Because, and it needs to be cold, very, very cold. We're putting a tempura type batter on the pork chops, and that's going to make the batter light and crispy. It's not going to be heavy and greasy. It's going to be just light, and the texture is just going to be amazing. I can't stress that enough. Onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and a little thyme. That's it, guys. And of course, some oil for frying. Now, one thing I'll tell you for sure, right now my skillet is heating up. It must be up to temperature of 350 degrees for your pork chops to fry up perfectly. So let's go ahead and get started. So right now, all I'm going to do is season up everything. I don't want my pork chops to sit in the flour or the batter. So before we actually dip them in everything, we're going to do it right over at the stove. So as soon as I dip them in the flour and the batter and then the flour again, we can put them right into our hot oil. But we're going to get them seasoned up. As I said before, simple ingredients. So I'm just putting a little salt on the pork chops, and all the seasonings except for the thyme goes on everything. So I'm putting it in both of the flours because you want to layer your flavoring. Going in with a little pepper. Now I will flip my chops over and do the other side. Going in with a little pepper on both of my flours. This is my onion powder, and that's why it's this beautiful rich golden color. And I'll be flipping those over. And this is my garlic powder. Now to this bowl I have a little less flour, and this is the bowl we're going to add the seltzer water in. So this is the bowl I'm adding the thyme. And I'll have the exact measurements down in the description. Go ahead, flip those chops over and get the other side seasoned. And don't worry about if your chops aren't perfectly evenly seasoned all over, because we have so much flavor and seasoning. They're going to be delicious. And I'm going to check on my oil. We'll be right back. Okay, we're about halfway there on the oil, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little garlic powder on my chops here, as well as onion powder. Now, we're going to go ahead and add in our seltzer water after we mix this together. Look at me making a mess on the counter. Just make sure it's blended really well. And it's of a nice consistency. Okay, so our oil is just about up to temp. Give your batter another stir, and you want to take one of your chops Nice chop. Put it in the flour first. Make sure it's coated well. Now you can do this in a bag. I just prefer to do it in a bowl. Your hands are going to get messy. So before you start, make sure they are absolutely clean. Shake the excess off. I'm going to move this out of the way. Then go ahead and put it in your batter. Make sure it's coated well on both sides. Use a spoon to cover it up a little bit. If it's not, pick it up. Make sure the extra drips off. We don't need the extra batter in there. Make sure it drips off really, really well. From there, you're going to put it back in the flour. Coat it again. Double dipping here in this flour. And it's going to be amazing. Now let me guys bring you over to the actual skillet so you can see me putting it in. Make sure you shake that last extra flour off and go ahead and lay it in. You want it to sizzle as soon as you put it in the skillet. And don't overcrowd your skillet, so I'm going to cook 2 chops at a time. Oh my goodness, look at how crispy they are, guys. Oh, they are just absolutely looking amazing. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're going to get these out of here in a second and plate them up, and I'm going to bring you guys in for a closer look. Oh my goodness, aren't they amazing? Look at how crispy they are. Oh my goodness, and they smell delicious. Oh my goodness. If you are new to the channel or you're just not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell so you won't miss anything. Be sure to share the video out and give me a like. And guys, tell everybody you know that Pam is over here cooking up amazing, easy, simple dishes from scratch that you can make in your kitchen too. And I will see you next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Delicious.